Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, beloved Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Oh, first I'd like to bring in the Most High always, right? Always with us, always within us. Overlapping on the, with so many that believe in the force with us, source, whatever you call the energy that supplies the, feed your spirit. Brings about your awareness. Allows you to combine in a effort impossible, knowing that we can't be one in physical, but knowing how important it is to be one in spirit, connected to the Most High, with the usage of so much, in between, which we so many have brought awareness to, right, through this journey. With an understanding that the combination of all of what we know necessary at this time to move in one effort, one effort, one effort. Welcome to Realm 9. What does that mean, Realm 9? Young man say, I now know what got you locked down, out there in Georgia. Too strong, bro. Too strong. And like all of us that are like that strong, that don't get sucked into that circle of whatever it is. Too strong. One of the things that I didn't give a lot of attention to, because there's those of us that fall so deep in love with the knowledge and intellectual material information, being that you've already been filled with it. So when it's being resonated and nurtured, knowledge is power. And whether you're using it in the right way, wrong, or in the middle, it's still intoxicating. It's addictive too. To the point you get so much, more than what others can see. Becomes detrimental. Can. I should have analyzed why. Brother C.L. Freeman at that time, or who would allow the information to be as such administered, delivered, and what was on his heart. Because you would hear it, you know. This is what the world needs. This is what I don't understand. I'm tired. You know, you could hear it. My brothers and sisters know this is the necessity, the information, the teaching, the way. But so, you know, at that age, getting older, you know, your tiredness is, you hear less of a fight and just the mastery of, this is what I'm supposed to do. I won't worry about what I've been up against or within or what I had to do to get here. You can see that. Just diving into teaching at a level, you know. Simplex it looked to many of us because you're like, small group, da-da-da, but the knowledge itself, you're like, dang, bro. It's like, you're talking about there's none that can match. Like, no scholar, no teacher, no nothing. And they getting paid thousands. Coaches and all these crap people. And here you is. Got $1 million, $1 billion knowledge that would set the world free. Bobby the same way. So many. To the point where then when I stepped out and started demonstrating it, showing it, walking it, being it, like others, no different. I'm like, I don't even entertain. Like, I'm the first. I'm just the strongest one that went through all the calamities of things like other than, you know, the assassination and stuff. But they know they do that wide open. They didn't understand the protective cover that we have worked towards through the pains of the stammering of wanting to keep racism and understanding where it's coming from and how it's coming. And that's why I say I didn't study the man. I studied the info, the download, understanding that was, you know, my sensei, that my Morpheus. You see what I'm talking about? So I didn't question in my heart and mind why he was doing this. It was like understood, like this, it was his purpose to plug in to so many of us. But I didn't understand why was you going against the grain. See what I'm talking about? I understood why me, but it didn't register. And now I know it's like just ultimate inherent self-courage. The same reason why he's able to feed you like that, mentally, spiritually, physically. It's an honorable thing. One understood the push from so many that, you know, I'm not talking to a wall. Gotta get up here. You know, you gotta get a higher view. You gotta get on the pyramid so that you're on the pyramid, you don't get sucked up. You don't become a commodity. You're not just one of them. But I know that what I've been taught and what I know inside me and how I carry, what you can't deny is that I have more than a past. I have a recollection of exactly who I've been through time on this infinite eight. And so not needing the circle to identify that, not needing blood work or anything, just the journey. And then the attacks and things like that, it solidified itself. But understood that but many throwing, windows, learn this, do this, and get on top of the pyramid higher so that, less picking at your wings and you are who you are, but we just can't give it to you type attitude. Man. You can take, you know what I'm saying? You can take, but efforts of making it hard for people those of who are supposed to be in the power structure, those who are automatically designed, inherit with it, the sabotage and things like that. I quickly understood without knowing, but I understood quickly what a lot of us with the light that don't play the sides, play the what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. What's most high is most high's precious jewel, and understanding that you just ain't gonna go and tamper with some of us and think that it's gonna go in line with this BS laws that create to continuous slavery mentality, totalitarian type fascist. That look in that man's eyes that night, man. Shit. Looking out that car. It was like, man, now I know. It was, damn, bro. I'm this young and I gotta leave this world like this. I'm this young and I gotta. I'm in my prime with my creative nature. I'm on the top, like, and now I'm about to, if oh man, I was at the pinnacle of thinking I could take over. If he wouldn't have had to go down that, because I was created, that was madness created for him to either get out because they was gone, or you're gonna be sacrificed. So in the eyes to me, he knew that this was a sacrificial situation where that he would not be taken out, but he had to leave the world as that person, as Pop. Couldn't be that person no more. In the limelight, star, fame, women. At the same time, a bearer of truth, a bearer of for women, a bearer for poverty, a bearer for change, a bearer for, you have to play both roles. You have to. There's so many. You see how we are. You see how things are out here. You too nice. You know what I'm saying? That's what was in the background with a lot of too nice. Can't be too nice, bro. But understanding the reason for it, because the Too Nice was not for us. We niggerish and all this other stuff. So it's not for us. It's for those that who we parallel with. You know, it's a black and white world when you look at it, and everything's in between is made, right? And so the nice was to show we're not a threat to those who we have made to be opponents against, the checker, black and white. And the nice was to be able to showcase that we identify more with each other than what is being put on, what is being characterized, what's been personalized, what's been written, chronicle history as we go through history. The nice was to be able to bring in what some of the things that your side, the vanilla side, the tan, the Chinese, all what we don't like about each other, but bring it on showcase of why. Let it be shown that maybe what we don't like about each other is so much similar, and we just don't know. You know, think about it. You're in the house. We're bringing it in the house, so you bring the videos and attention inside your home and stuff like that. People break it in your home, taking pictures and stuff like that. So it goes to show, okay, you know, he ain't got no boogeyman in there. He ain't got this and that and that. No, he live modest just like anybody else. Right? We take showers, we wash our. You would think that ain't funny and stuff. Like we take showers, we wash our ass, we like, you know, nice clothes, we put them on like this and that. But I say that because back in the day when you didn't have videos and social media and stuff like that, these were the things that influenced and plugged in with hateful people who didn't want white people, black people, any people to bring together. So the propaganda and put that infusion in there. What do I do? Oh, black people live like this. Oh, they eat raw food, or Chinese eat this and they eat, you know what I'm saying? And put it in there. So what do? It's not exactly for those who's doing this, you know, for the kids, influence the kids wrong. So now the child don't want to have a little Chinese friend or a little black friend or da-da-da. My mom and my daddy said, see how I go? Same stuff. And what digital and these platforms, like all this stuff that we do now, it broke the barriers. You know I'm telling the truth because before that, is ICE challenged this, that it not break the barriers of why racism shouldn't exist, why God should be, you see what I'm talking about? Not that. ICE challenge this, that, see this, that, woo, oh, da-da. Black folks killing each other, da-da-da, young folks with guns and stuff all in their waistband, da-da-da. See what I'm talking about? Yeah. So when I looked in his eyes, I sat there for a long time to look into my eyes to tell you a story. We love the world. That's why I say that. We love everything the Most High bring in here. We see love in it. You know what I'm saying? Not here to judge it, but just to let it see what what we see. Paint a picture. We good at that. Orchestrating the creativity because of who we are, but using it to our benefit to, be well-rounded with it. We find a way. Tap your soul, your mind, your heart. It's a purpose. Always a purpose. That's why you see the complexity. You look at 50's movie, Power and stuff, and Jamie, same type thing. Same type thing. Same exact thing. Same type characteristics that many of us hold. The personifier of that is today in this era, it starts off bad. You start off being bad. You start off having to grind because that's all the cycle, the system, the crack cocaine, the Brenda had a baby, young babies and stuff. That's the era you in that you grew in. So when they say you think about all this, come on now. You're born in sin. Not in the sinful world. Whole world ain't sinful. Some of you'll tell yourself that you was born in sin. Your mama and daddy was sin. See how this go? Watch this. But then in the same tone, you'll say, Jesus died for our sins. It just don't make no sense now. Which one is it? We born in sin or Jesus died for our sins? See how this go? The game. Play on God. You can tell yourself Jesus died for your sins. Sounds good. Don't want to be disrespectful to nobody, but I hold truth. How Jesus died for your sin, then why wouldn't you go? It gives you the effort of saying and being okay with sinning, and the sin we talk about is not the sin of yourself and what you do, sex, we talk about it against each other, how you operate. It's sinful to put to divide somebody's body. That's sinful. That's sinful against Most High. You have a connection with Most High, each and every one. And it's a private connection. See what I'm talking about? And those who orchestrate and play God in your life against the body that they didn't make. You know what I'm talking about? And that's sin. And then take clear advantage of that beyond your comprehension. That's ultimate sin. That's why heads will roll. Heads will roll. Makes sense. Has to. Process. What would we expect coming out the Typhonian age? What would you expect? The Typhonian situation wants to hold on. The illusion in the Typhonian age of it is your so-called slave masters switch positions. A group didn't want to be slave masters no more because they was among you. It's called overseers, right? KRS. Overseers. It was more embedded with you. Come off that sharecroppers and indentured servants and things like that. Fond of you, loved them. Notice who become the friend, who become the everlasting friend, if you can remember back then. The one who taught you, the one who, whipped on you and stuff like that, but didn't really want to. Think about that. Had to because the master said so. But the overseer knew why you was trying to run. It's the same overseer that was on the horse when you was enduring the pain and you get up every day and you get that singing and stuff. And you think you wasn't making your ancestors wasn't making a point or making a adjustment in souls and consciousness. Shoot. That overseer on that horse with that shotgun, man, plotting you. Now you know. As egregious as it is and everything else, when you look at the Django, oh, now I'll show you a competition. Now I'll show you your NFL. Now I'll show you your NBA. Pay attention. Come on. I'm the one. Why? Right here. I love the overseer. Start talking good about, JoJo them. They picking good cotton, master, because he had to call the master too. Think about that. He had to look up at the master, in somewhere too. He would. You notice his clothes ain't, and his family ain't. They just like y'all, right above. They like that. So he started taking a pride in you, liking in you, in your strength, your endurance. So ain't it fitting they start taking on your traits, your powers. Start understanding you start understanding. As time go by, the need for each other started existing even more. Yeah, it was egregious. You want to come over there and take? Yeah, I got you. Your women, all that. Yeah, most definitely. But it was love-hate relationship. Love you. Damn, but hate you. See what I'm talking about? Why you so powerful? Why you Mandingo? Why she curvy? Why? Come on now. See what I'm talking about? Why the master just, yeah, love you too. But it was a distance. Talking about time go by. It's two sets. We have to understand that, two sets. I can't help you identify. You gotta identify for yourself. Because both will come at you kind and pretty and nice. Because you know, you the power. Don't step wrong. Gotta come aggressive. Or gotta come in the same way that you allow. That's why you work on your heart and stuff like that. Dial your power down. Because just our look and our who we are, our essence can be so red flaggish, bullish, right? Purposeful though. Look what you've been through. You ain't had nothing good. You ain't had no clean slate, unless you worked hard for it and got it. And they know you work hard for it and you deserve it. And you quiet and don't say nothing. And you got it. Then all of a sudden, the master scene, as time go, we putting these suits on and all that stuff, beloved. The master scene, well, we skipped we skipped the white suits and all that and the lingo. Many of us should have picked it up on what sect it was. Watch this. When it was allowed to be played in the White House, in the sheets and stuff, it was allowed to demonstrate that. That told you right then. Oh, we're in the politics. Damn. Did the master go? And so it wasn't your overseer. See what I'm talking about? No, the overseer can't come in here. Overseer can't read. Overseer ain't collegiate. Hard. See what I'm at? But made it seem like it, because something was infused in, you know. They right next to you, but they quickly started disbanding in it because they you. Many of us, that's when the interracial relationships start happening and start fighting for you, with you, hiding you, putting you on equal playing field and stuff. A lot of mulatto kids start coming out in them ages. So now your true master is in, that's why we say the Democratic Party. You started the Republican Party. See what I'm talking about? And in the Republican Party, maintained the some like equality and power of with those that you was in bed, the overseers. Makes sense, right? Because the overseers, watch this. Oh Lord, thank you. The overseers, you know, were, watch this. You sitting up there, oh, Lord, I know you're going, you know, we shall over autumn song, autumn Negro hymns and stuff like that. Who right there? You in church and all that stuff. Who got to oversee that? Make sure that, you know, you ain't being all organized to da-da-da. Who right there with the shotgun? Who learned it? There you go. Welcome to your evangelist. How they got made. Off you. Welcome to Billy Graham, stuff like that. That's who that was. Them type folk. Yeah. Yeah. Preach the gospel. I know it's a threat if I go against my own, that these people are human and treat them humane. And I see how their spiritual, Negro spiritual hymns and gospel and everything has sustained them. We didn't kill millions of these folks. And like Lucas say, cockroaches, God dog. Them some surviving ass folks. And you got know what they know. They going back today after they done whipped you 45,000 slashes across your back and all this, rape, almost genocide, and they like, how? You have to know how Most High work, right? It's gonna weigh on you, weigh on your conscience, your heart, and everything. And they beautiful vanilla women getting it, cause they bad too. You raising their kids, you sucking on they kids sucking on your titties, your mama titties, raising off they cooking. You know what food do. So now you gospel in there, and the kids woo woo, and the kids and their kids growing up healthy and da da da. They know they just benefiting off of it, but they looking like. And after a while, they in church fellowshipping. They know. That's how you got off the plantation. That's how we got that help to get up off our feet and stuff. Cause in they churches, we going through their churches. Come through there, black folk. Come through there. Hide under here. Hide under here. Who hide? They hiding you from the master because they starting to weigh on their heart. They conscious. I'm trying to tell you this. You know that's how this went. You know. History shows very little of the Jewish, the white folks, and all them that helped stem the tide. Because without them, we still be effed up. We ain't have no direction, where to go, stuff like that. Nowhere to go. So now you got the Republican thing. And you got them Democrats, man. And they ran out of overseer type effects that want to do that. Because God weighing on them hearts. So who they get? Think about that. Well, you got a lot of black folks that, I don't know, Christian. I'm still down with my spirituality or whatever, woohoo. I'm Batala. You see what I'm talking about? Because you came from you see what I'm talking about? So, but can't get back, so what do you do? In bed with what you know? So the master got the keys. Wanna come work for us? Wanna come do with us? Why, yeah, right now. That's where the line get blurred because you're looking at things like, okay, when did we start getting operatory towards each other like heavy? Was it J. Edgar Hoover that was able to switch that, push that switch? Or was it even before that? Because we had black folks in a lot of people don't realize we had black folks in the FBI. Oh yeah, they was in there. It's called human resources. It's called human resources. A lot of y'all didn't know. It was in the family. Somebody just came on to you, shut you up. I'm talking about 40s and things like that, because I always knew your power and stuff like that, but when you come off that plantation stuff, don't know what you use them for. Scared, just like today. And like somebody, thank you, Messiah. So now you come off that plantation, Lincoln give you all this, we give us and all this, and all these good folks, they conscious. So the other side's like, oh damn. It's not so much giving the freedom and stuff like that. Everybody wanted that, but it was, man, we didn't watch these folks on this plantation, yo. We didn't beat them, did everything. Just think. You yourself just got to think. Wouldn't it scare you? If you was one of the masters and you still alive. Think about it. Think about it. You got generation of children. Think about it. You're going to have a race of babies that's going to hate the ladies. That was already prescribed in this era by somebody, one of our angels. And that's reality, right? So go back then. A race of babies getting their butt slashed, whooped, killed, hung, Were they lying about it to themselves? See how it go? If the power structure would have went to all of us to the dot, no doubt that the Nat Turner would have been a whole bigger. I'm not saying if this good, bad, or nothing. I'm just explaining your nature, traits, and stuff that you have today, same as yesterday, same as when you was in Egypt. They don't change. This is go to like to the zodiac, our astrology, and everything. Our nature don't. We just change bodies. We just change characteristics of the outer. That's it. But that inner goes right. If I'm a dinosaur, who I don't like today? Throw some fire on. What the fuck you want me to tell you? If I'm an orc with one eye in my head like this, and there's two-eyed fools running around, can do a little bit better me or whatever, but I'm a big old mean orc. What trait I gonna have? Angry, envy. I'm gonna want to eat you. Jack of the Beanstalk type shit. Come on now. Lord of the Rings. We in our Lord of the Rings right now. We'll get to that. I'm gonna show you. We in our Lord of the Rings right now. Yeah, no doubt. I seen it. So yeah, a threat. You're a threat. Not that you'll act on it, but the thought in my side, my senses, right? Because I am on, and it's going to offend people, but it is what it is. You look at your history of humanology and our traits. You're the most powerful, so you create all. In the creative nature, your sensory of alertness and da-da-da, more higher than most. Without the drugs, without anything, more higher than most. Others going down the line, they look up to you. You are the power structure. They don't bear witness to it and tell you that because everybody want to be on a human. I'm just like that powerful. I got intuition. No, you don't. There's levels to this game. It's just what it is. You don't. Just like a lion is the most dominant how can I put? Yeah. The lion, most dominant species in the cat. Right? You ain't finna expect no lion, no panther to eat a lion up, to beat a lion. You just ain't. Tiger, leopard, one-on-one type stuff. See what I'm talking about? It just ain't gonna happen. Unless the lion old as hell. So it's the most dominant in the cat. That's it. But does that mean the panther ain't gonna eat your ass up? Try them if you want to. The tiger ain't gonna, you see what I'm talking about? They just not, you just ain't the lion, fool. You ain't the main cat. There we go. You ain't the main cat. Who's the main cat start off? The lion was the main cat when it started off. As time went by, what started creating all kinds of other cats. Make sense? But does that mean run up on them other cats? Heck no. They from the lion. Everybody know the cats in them lion got them long fangs. You see what I'm talking about? Makes sense, right? Got you. That's us. Same thing. Same thing. Where you from? The human. Start right there with them first Negroes, ninjas. See how I go? What up on it? I did. Whoa. And each of us got powers that run up on them. You know how to shoot a gun. See what I'm talking about? You know how to pick this up, pick that, hit that. You see I'm getting that? Everybody see I'm getting that? All right, then. It's just that now in the sensory part, in the understanding that you the original, so the original, as you start making others, the power that I have, many of that got that, others ain't just gonna have that. So, let's just put it. Our tribe should be able to jump out the damn gym. Shit, we the damn, and everything else that we see. We don't get offense about it. See what I'm talking about? Can the other up on that do the same? Yeah. Just got to work a little bit harder. Got to work on the calves. Got to work on the legs. You see what I'm talking about? Some babies are going to come out just as powerful and like that because what? Where are you from? You're from the original. See how I'm getting that? So like beloved T-Rex said last night, he was working on Tom Chambers. See what I'm talking about? Bad cat, right? Rex Chapman, bad cat. So a sprinkle of that gonna get in some of, see what I'm talking about? And some gonna operate on it. Chambers gonna come out the sky and be like, Magic, you bad, but you see what I'm talking about? I got a little bit of you in me, and I know that. When you know, that's what makes it. When you know and don't get all upset. Niggas and why would you do that when you come from us? Because we don't, when you come, look at me. When you come out and say, we do it all the time. It's just unsensible, but we know it though. Boy, look at Rex. Boy, look at, you know what I'm saying? Who that boy from Duke? I think that's him. The coach, coach the Lakers. Him, Scott, Pitt, Utah. We be like, yeah, he got, he got. I'm lying, Barkley. I'm lying, all y'all. All right? It's a hidden type knowing, but that's what that is about. Many of y'all deny yourselves that you don't come from something, so then you ain't gonna be able to be what you supposed to be at your highest level. Just makes sense. Traits that you have that we miss, that we let go. Knowledge. Basic one. Highest one. We won't honor you to the point of telling you scholarly and intellectually right off the bat, because that's one of your powers. Because of when you go through the line, everybody got in the human, got a specific, we're getting to it, of power to them that complements where it come from. Because watch this. Up here, for God. I'm gonna lead us. I'm always gonna be able to lead us in such a way that it makes so much for God. Why all this looks to this and, God. It knows. We know on the human nature. Everybody knows. Everybody. Problem. We don't know. I know. We don't know. Fully encompass it. Not to be power, to be revengeful against those who we forgot. We forgot. And we know we forgot. How we know? Because we supposed to be here on everything within ourselves. Not to show, well, that's just who you are. You the start. But it's switched. We up here. We down here. We down here. Don't. No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Bolé. Don't do that, Moors. Don't do that, vets that get up here. Artist basketball. Don't do that. Because it's this. And that ain't power. That ain't power. That's why you know that ain't power, because when crap like this young lady brings out, General Janice, yeah, go ahead and put cameras and wiretaps and all this other stuff on my own people. You said it, right, Scarface? Gonna be a lot you're gonna see. You have to keep a smile on your face. I knew. And then I knew it was disturbing because I knew the behavior between us and across that water. The separation of the water. It's an element. When you know we're elemental in nature, the element of water should not have never separated us. Think about that. Not us. Not when you know how much of this world we encompass. See what I'm talking about? Every inch of it. We're in every corner, every crevice. We're there. Might not be speaking the same language and on the same idealism, but you can't deny, God damn, you black folk everywhere. Yeah, what you expect. There was a time we never let water elements that God gave us, Most High gave us to be prominent, be dominion owners, caretakers, the ones that know better. When language was never a barrier for us. We created our communication, body language, and the inherent understanding principles. That's why we wrote down so much, because you didn't have to speak much. You just knew. That's why gangs were created by yourself. You created them purposely. To identify the separation of who's who. This stuff is wicked. It's wicked how they used you. Wicked. Against each other. And we hold each other down. And then, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. This is the reason why this administration has done a good job of getting ID cards and getting, bringing in identity. Because now you're understanding that skin folk ain't your kinfolk. They know that before you do. We have to learn the hard way. That's why Pop was saying you had to smile. You got to smile, man. Because it's going to disturb you. Folks that you and think your biggest supporters and want to see you shine and know that you getting back on your feet and stuff like that is more important than everything, and will sacrifice and dodge these bullets and stuff. We honor you. We honor all y'all, man. Y'all know that. Right? You do got 2 FBIs out here. If my content is able to get out, and do what it do, I truly believe in my heart that what has happened to our society is it's been divided so heavily, even among the most powerful, who actually play chess and checkers with our lives. At one point in time, it was a bet and game. But now, because so many of us has registered to the Most High and understand and adhere to our life is not a game, and we will not be played with. And we have connected this web, and everything that I proclaim forward is real. Many of you understand now I don't talk out the side of my neck. I use the sound of judgment that comes outside the inner. So put it in this new era time for a lot of Scandal, that show. Yeah, you in that. Yeah, no doubt. And what hurts so much and why it's been so effective is because it looks like you, walks like you, talks like you, fashion, dressed like you, want to be entertained like you, but then ready to stab you in the back. So a lot of us are under the total recall effect. Wants to sneak in and embed with you, make it think, yeah, I'm with you. And then you have to go there. That's what I went through so many times. So you wake up towards that, and you in that. They know you. They know what they're going to play on. That's why Most High made so many of us, because it's isolation, things like that. The reasoning for the system I had to go through, it needed to be told. Many are like, well, we don't have to be secret and we don't have to be squirrelish with who we are. People know exactly who you are. So you have people, your people that you help, that know you are the natural link to being natural. and encompass on you. If you can get to that, stay in that, be in that, then you become the most valuable thing again. You see what I'm talking about? Natural. But if we buy into the AI effect of, all that crap and da-da-da, not using it and woo-woo, but embedding with it, where it's not, we lose our natural essence. You're purposeful because of your natural essence that you possess, you know what I'm saying? Reason, because you're a healer. Yeah. Many of you originals, you're so much healers. You have everything that your blood runs and is designed to do, right? In healing. That's why they love your plasma, love your blood, right? Know that. This is knowledgeable because that's why Camilla and so many say your vote and stuff. See what I'm talking about? It's not just about your vote, but your intention of why you voted. And think about it. You're a commodity. Let's just even, you are. And so the commodity, you are, how do you want to be valued? You know what I'm saying? And in this point in time, because we're in this world of capitalism, capitalize. You got to capitalize off yourself, individually and collectively. You see what I'm talking about? So this is where we get our wealth. You understand? We stop going to these Red Cross and stop giving blood and stuff. Better stop playing. See what I'm talking about? I don't encourage that and stuff like that. And I'm just showing you something. Because it'll hurt us also. Because we help our own at the same time. Not all of us have a degree of that in them because we done so much. Drugs play a big part. You're over there doing cocaine and all that kind of stuff. And that's you know what I'm saying? That's not natural, right? It's not fentanyl and all that it's not natural. That's why they try to put it in your body so that those desires, effects, and all that, all them sensories and stuff like that, don't escalate to the 100% it can get to. But what you need to understand is you already operated in a percentage, right? So with many of us, like 40, 30, 50 average. Now that you raise your percentage of your quality of who you are through your eating habits. The brothers and sisters, they know. When you talk about almonds and chocolate, what it do to you, stuff like that, it brings your sensory levels, your light cone lockdown, Erykah Badu saw, it brings it down. So that they don't, the stuff that they can do to you, layer on top of it, keep shooting you with energy weapons, lasers and stuff like that, whatever the stuff. It also helps your deficiency of your immune system and all that go down. And then you get sick and cancer and all that stuff. Right? That's why you use your sun. Your sun is your biggest vitamin D nutrient to you. To all, really. To all. But you extremely, because that's what you was born. You're tropical, you're this. Think about that. So that energizes so much of the inner and outer layers. It worked for all, but many don't benefit for the understanding on how your Middle Eastern, when they the Barca and when they dress all the women, all that, even the men, the Arab men, they know the secret. They themselves fall into, it's inherent, I know they know, but because you don't have to teach the whole, think about it, they know, because you don't have to teach the whole nation why you wearing this and da-da-da-da. They don't have school like that, you know what I'm saying? It's inherent. We dress like this compared to Westerns dress like this. Don't be walking out here in this desert heat, da-da-da-da, and with a t-shirt, tank top, da-da, thinking you gonna have, you see what I'm talking about? It's just known why do we do this, you know what I'm saying? Cover our skin, da-da, but stay in it and get the blessings of the Most High, da-da-da. Don't run away from that, because they turn color, they turn a little tan and stuff. What is that? We know, melanation. That's what I'm talking about. How you get it. It's how you get it. That's it. And that's what we come about, because we supposed to be teaching them that. They're your whole, everybody's needed. It's a purpose for all of us. See what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's a purpose for, I said it the other day, and they know I love making y'all laugh, because it's a purpose for them to go on Mount Everest and go to these places. We won't be daredevils and adventurous. Why? One, is it still there? Everything, ain't nothing gone, is it? Because if we don't know about the ice caps melting, how would you know? Saying something. If we don't go, I ain't going. And a lot of us ninjas know, I ain't going to the Alps. I ain't going, it's cold hell here. You know what I'm saying? So but who will? Who will declare we know? We going skiing. We going go ahead on, y'all. Go ahead on. And we laugh, and stuff happen, but we need them to go. Every year. Is it melted yet? To tell us it's melting, this, that, and something this is coming out of it or something. Because we did so much radiation. I'm trying to tell you, outside of our inner world of circle that some of us on, we did so much outer radiation. You can't hear, can't see. You aren't going to see the mushroom when it go up of testing nuclear power and all that stuff out there. Beloved, you don't know how much radiation that it touched and came in and it augmented all kinds of stuff. Now you understand why Godzilla might show up on your head. Now you might, you know what I'm saying? Because you already have an iguana or whatever them big dragon Como things that be on them things, right? You know? Now just imagine some radiation here. There you go. There goes Godzilla. Here come King Kong. That's what I'm telling you. But then you see that big old circle in our earth, right? That everybody, we just talking about, Redac just talk about it. Fly helicopters, a whole damn plane. 747 could go down in that thing. 5 of them. A ship can fit down this hole. A skyscraper. 6 or 7 wimps of pyramid, and they the biggest structure that you see on surface. Can't go there. What the hell y'all been fitting down this hole? I'm trying to tell you something. Don't show me King Kong, the last one, and Godzilla all in the stadium, laying down all in the stadium around us and stuff, helping us fight other stuff, radioactive stuff, and saying Godzilla coming out the hole in the ground where J-Lo made a movie and they draw down flying ships down up in there and stuff like that. And you looking at it like I'm got a donkey on my head, but then who would ever think that our own people would sit up here and wiretap veterans that would go across that water, fight for everybody in this world, everybody in their nation and stuff, everybody, and believe in that and doing it like heart rate up. But then another group of people who are over them got MBAs. I was like, you can have all the degrees you want to. All the money. Power is addictive, disturbing. Wouldn't send their kids over there to fight or nothing, But do the nepotism and sit up in them Senate seats and now you see what I'm talking about? That's why they sit there for so long, 20 and 30 years, because they pass it on to the state, vote me in, They got to stay in there because they controlling your own people. Caucus, you know what a caucus mean? Anybody? Caucus is dead. Caucasus Mountain. And then to call it brown, blue, or green caucus, or whatever caucus, that's a color dead. Look it up. Caucus. What is a caucus? So we be talking about Gestapo and all that stuff? Who the real Gestapo? But now you understand why I got to throw these stones over here. I'm acting this way. Beloved said that. They shoot it. But this is us. This is what we do. This is who we are. But you don't know it because same color, same theory. Now you understand. If I keep you on this, and that, what side does that? If I keep you on this. That the Diaspora News, Miss Vicky and my brother Scott, they talking about it. What side does this? Shiny stuff. Look at this shiny stuff. Not what I'm doing. Not behind. You see what I'm talking about? Put it on stage. We love it. Oh, did you see such? Did you hear such? No, did you really see the? I know. But do you really see? Do you really see? Because everybody can see. Everybody know what Flashy look like. Everybody understands what Typhonia look like. And then be at fashion stores and stuff talking about they the best and they the king and thorns on their crap head and be at fashion shows sitting right next to traffickers, and then make me think you traffic too, bro. Your own people who you wouldn't even think. Your own people. Are you listening? I looked in that man's eyes. Go now look in that man's eyes. Find you a Tupac picture and look in them eyes that night. And now tell me what you see. That was your greatest. One of Biggie the next. No 1, 2. Right there. Right there. Just different forms of bringing it to you. And they were great at it. Go look in the eyes. I thank all y'all that showed Biggie's, I say in his vulnerable state, in the studios, where his eyes are looking, you know, like he really ain't down with it. Like some of y'all say, you know, I'm in this, but I ain't in this. Like me, watch this. Love music. So passionate about music. Got to get my music out for my benefit, for my soul taking. Because it's a connection between a force that says, you supposed to be heard. You will be heard. And you will not be denied. And I don't give a dang how it come out. That's our God that we serve. See what I'm talking about? So because I learned from them, don't put yourself in that position. Learn from them. Everything happens for a reason, and it's shown to you. Learn from them, what you learn. Then we probably had to go in the lion's den. Phones and stuff weren't credible. Digital computer to do it on yourself, it wasn't looked at as viewed as art or, you know, the proverbial stuff that we hear now. Oh, you just a YouTuber or you know what I'm saying? So in their era, they had to use something to get that voice heard. And they were the bricklayers for that to be done in such a right way, while so many were doing it, knew it was going to transform where the young folks were going to take it. You see what I'm talking about? So, but you could see on Biggie, he's like, and then how Beloved talked about it, say, those close to how Shorty was being blank talking and discussing about things. And you could just tell. We hear you, N.O. now. Not the one that went over there, the short one that went over there hitting heads off and clipping Pharaoh's noses. You know what I'm talking about? One that stood with the best. I ain't even have to watch your video. I knew killed himself for sure. But that was the passion of wanting to get that music out, because he knew not to go. He knew. His mama told him, I'm trying to tell you something. And every shiny mug around him that only, you know what I'm talking about? And then you got the biggest one that shiny suits and all the other crap. Mace don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he knew. He knew. He knew. He knew. He had no control. He was vulnerable. Broken femur, big guy like that. See what I'm talking about? Leg? Shh. Hurt. So what you think he was on? Painkillers, like, and then love to, come on now. Don't it make sense? Come on now. Makes sense, you know. So the cloudy judgment of that, you know. So that I say all that because I understand so much in depth now when I talk about it, on why people, you know, sober up and this and that. And that don't. It has something to do with it, but it's the purpose. Always been the purpose for me. Always. And that's why Most High put you in so much solitude myself, so that understanding my purpose, and I'm one in the book, so purpose. We're not making up one. We're not you see what I'm talking about? Purpose. Knowing that the key, my brothers, my masculine, always, for all. We all know. The inner love and peace has to be done in that fashion, that way it came. If you don't love yourself in such a way that, excuse me, hungry. I'm gonna go eat. If you don't love yourself in such a way that you know your purpose beyond anything outside you, the inner love starts within yourself, men. It's for both sides, but it's the adjustment for us, what I can talk about. The need, the necessity. So important to us because we can't go back to the womb. I need you to hear that. Understand that. We can't go back to the womb. It's not possible for us. So our ability to, you know how we say you always want to start over, reinvent yourself and all that stuff. To do that, something has to die, right? Thought, changer, mindset. Feel. Physical transformation. Centuries change when that happens. Everything changes. But in order for us to do that at a high volume and understanding, to get back to what she made us, what she cut in half, the meditation, Buddha technique, what Muhammad prescribed, awareness, what Jesus prescribed, the savior of yourself within self. See what Jesus, watch this, each of them had to go through a different obstacle to pinpoint what their expertise, ability, or purpose was. That's why new prescriptions come, because once they accomplish that, meaning supposed to scribe, get, and then it's a new step to the next whatever prescription is bring, right? So Jesus' prescription, because of showing the battle between not everybody being lined up in the elevation, self-awareness and self-esteem, self-confidence. I'm gonna throw all this at you. Are you still gonna work for the Most High? Are you still gonna go by? Are you gonna deny yourself? Think about this. Are you gonna deny yourself for who you are? Watch this. I'm gonna flip on you. Watch this. Are you gonna deny yourself who you are? Kunta Kinte. Jesus. While you carrying this cross to that hill for your own sacrifice. Jesus. You say, yo, God, da-da-da. I'm kicking your butt. Deny your God. It don't exist. Jesus, I'm carrying this cross. Your name is Toby. No, my natural name from my mama is Kunta Kinte. No, your name is Toby. Jesus. See how it translates to you now. Now you understand the theory of everybody has the inherent understanding of Jesus. Everybody struggles. Wasn't just one man. So yes, so many Jesuses died for you. So many Jesus sacrificed for you. But the Savior part of it comes through the prescription that was laid after them, right? Why did Jesus die for your, why do we say die for our sins? And there's no way you can die for my sins. Jesus can't die for my sins. You know how I know Jesus can't die for my sins? Or yours? I know for a fact my spirit still got to go through the judgment process with Most High. After I'm done, after you done with all of this. Listen, it's inherent. How else do you get judged of what you're going to be when you come back? If you got to come back. See how this works? So don't lie to me. You can lie to everybody else. What saves us is the prescription that was laid. That's why so many collected and said, we got to come out these dark ages because it is nothing but darkness after this man that left. Fighting, this, that. Men are gone. We got to come out this age. How do we do it? How do we get back humanity back on a discipline that lays foundation where that we're not savages? Because what he laid was peacefulness, love among each other. And then as the prescription, and they saw, after death, after a lot of death and bodies hanging around all that, and the stench in the air, you start to get, you see what I'm talking about? Same. Look at us. Same. We are, damn, every night somebody got to die. Every week we got to have a death. Same and the same, redundant. That stench, that people that look like, wow, what is this? Yeah, you deny Most High. You deny the prescriptions that matter down here. They keep us from savages. You allow our kids to call themselves savages and stuff and influence in that way savage behavior. What do you expect? What do you expect, beloved? What do you expect? Then we get mad at somebody like myself who contradicts what they saying because knowing it's blasphemy. But those stay in the pulpit and stuff like that. Now they come out and speak against it. But they was willing to put it on stage. See what I'm getting at? The same thing. Now 20 years later, now because the game is up, people's hands and fingers and stuff been put in the cookie jar and stuff. So now all of a sudden, get such off the stage and we don't need to see this and we don't need, no. Why? Don't do it just because it feels right. It seems right. You ain't feeling it. Don't fake yourself out. Why, Sean? What's it important today? Well, writing on the wall with me. Writing on the wall. Most I know how I feel. Isa know how I feel. Other tribes on the human lineage know exactly how I feel. Ain't gonna be perfect, never supposed to be. That's the whole beauty of being diverse. That's the whole beauty of life, having a purpose for life. Figure it out among us, but in such a beautiful way because at this point in time in life, this is when we're the most inventive. This is where a lot of our walls, whether we like it or not, how it look and stuff like right now, we are in a better state of intelligence within ourselves. We just give AI so much credit. We want to give that so much credit. Man, beautiful, it's beautiful. It does it, it can think for us and all that stuff, but never take away from yourself. You get too much of something else, then you're taking so much away from yourself. And that's the same thing we do at Most High. You know what I'm talking about? We gave so much to other things, AI, whatever. And so we take away from ourselves. We take away from Most High. And that's what they're saying too. People, you're thinking that Most High will talk through AI and stuff like that. It's an emotional. Could never. See what I'm talking about? Could never. It could just go off the what you see what I'm talking about? That. It could just do that parallel. But and give you the false superficial sense of that. Oh, most definitely. That's why the prescription of ourselves that inherit that naturally must come forward in such that way so that you don't lose focus that's superficial. Now, let's take it. Watch this. That'll have you, I don't know that movie. Gosh, the island or something, where they got this couple on this island and they didn't harbor them up, right? It's a movie, so it's already out. He just comprehended now. And on that island, they away from the regular society or whatever, right? They got all these people cleaned up and they all wearing the same. Some of y'all understand. It's a blonde dude and a blonde female, and they're not real nominated actors, so, but they didn't clone them. But the people somewhere in some factory or something, underground something, they didn't clone them. Their clones out there, living their life. These two, who knows what they done? They together a couple, so I'm assuming some things. One, here you ain't supposed to have S and N with X. Why? Because that's a power. It don't show that. That ain't how the movie. They just woke up out. They woke up out. Hey, we ain't what? Because where they at, everybody's sheeple. They ain't know no better. They ain't hooked up with all this stuff, and they don't know no better. And one of the things, you get a prize. You win a prize if your number come up, and you go to some paradise place. But you really going to get killed. Harvest on and all this stuff. But they got you thinking they're going to go to that. And if you win, hey, I'm finna go. And that's one less person. They gone. You're like, where they go? They gone. They ain't never came back. What's Susie? She went to paradise and she ain't never came back. She must have wanted to stay and all that. And she wanted to stay. Who was controlling her she can go or can't go? And you got to win a prize to go. Total Recall type stuff. So what it showed to me was, them were the folks that, we know that's a simulation, and come with us. You know too much. So they escaped and got out there and then escaped. Went back, they started recalling where they went back. He went back to his apartment and he see him. What the hell? Imagine this. Clone world. That's happening to us today right now. Yeah. Folks running around acting like, and then you got folks out here that push this button saying, oh, it should be a good thing. You should feel good about people imitating you and da-da-da. Purposeful. See this purpose stuff? Look at this one right here. Look pretty, sir. Yeah, pretty dog. Yeah. Yeah. So welcome to your world, the real one. You got a simulated world, want to keep on, and you got the world constructed. Want people really want to be in a real world, fancy. You know that's true because when you get, like the beloved said, we the new entertainment. People want realness, want to hear from realness. People don't want to be put to sleep and entertained in such that superficial fashion. That's all. We want realness, and realness entertains us. It's supposed to. It's campfire type stuff. It's Chiefs type stuff. It's we're supposed to be able to entertain, philosophize, intellectual cap on each other, put it on each other, herbs and things that learn. We're supposed to like this, so that's coming back. It's what you can trust. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's real. But the other stuff, we coming out of that phase of, I can't trust that commercial stuff. And folks smiling in my face and, yeah, if you stick this in you and you do this, and then you know fully well, shit, in 2 years, y'all gonna have a commercial late at midnight talking about, did you have mesothelin? You know what I'm talking about? And we be laughing at the jokes, but it'd be such a reality. Yeah. Here's where we at. On the next thing, to my folks, no longer what we're in between now. Think of Glory, movie Glory, Denzel and Morgan Freeman. Think of that. Same aspect what you in right now. That's the best I can bring us to. What does that mean? When we joined the military, we started making ourselves viable. Oh, Abe, most strategic, most best among us. Right? He's our tribe. And he's our tribe on both sides. Being Nubian, having that blood in him, and Isa, you know what I'm saying? And also having the Viking, you know, Irish and all that stuff, but heavy on Nubian and Isa. And his purpose is to, that was our first integration, whether we know it or not. Never was. Martin Luther King and all that stuff. We had already integrated in so many ways. When we came in that military and we started fighting for ourselves. Hello? Hello? When we went in that military and we started fighting for ourselves. Even before that, Buffalo Soldiers, same thing. Same thing. Same exact thing. Horrific as you think it is and look, you got to take that same energy today, how we were turned against each other back then. The Indians, all that kind of stuff, they fought each other. A side paid a side. They came and wanted to build more and construct more. See what I'm talking about? You can have that. You can have that land. You can have it. And the most savage side, see what I'm talking about? When you talked about Mohicans and Appalachian, all that, see what I'm talking about? The most savage side, cannibalistic side, all this side. That, I don't give a fuck about them. See what I'm talking about? Got the jobs to take out each other. It's always been. Always been. See what I'm talking about? Same black folks too. Yeah. Love Rosewood and all that, but you gotta ask yourself, and all love, now you seeing. Now you get to see. Love Rosewood, love Wall Street and all that talk. Beautiful. Yeah. But you don't take in theory that was not all of you. See what I'm talking about? There was a Marcus Garvey side and a W.D. Du Bois side who operated in differences. Marcus Garvey operating for the Caribbean, Pan American, all of us keeping power structure connected with the American man and women so that the movement, the power movement, leadership and things like that stay connected because it's a purpose. Him bringing back the tribal, the generals, chiefs, and all that, he knew. Du Bois on one side saying, like MLK and many others, parallel, I get it, but we can't fight them because too many, attitude, parallel. Can't fight them, join them in so many ways, but not join them that we want to embed with you. Join them in that, we matter too, just like you. We have a purpose just like you. And so that, in that, as we paralleled with it, it made us have to embed with them because you're so close. You know what I'm talking about? You live among them and stuff like that, which was okay too. All of it purposeful and okay, but just showing you the both sides. So many layer sides, even more layer side to that, because you had Garvey, Brown, more worldly, international. Then you have in count. Panthers always been around you, just graduated to something to Panthers, coalitions and everything like that. But pockets of it, you know what I'm saying? Local deacons, 12 deacons, stuff like that. Church. We broke off into different branches and Baptist this and that. You would want to liberate too that we didn't agree on Bible this and no, it's organizational. If the brothers and sisters tell you it's coded in so many ways, but it was always the church is the viable place that's going to keep and contain the movement of what it should be. But then all of a sudden the church bought in to, see what I'm talking about? And that's why you get the churches with the ATM scenes in it and out. You see what I'm talking about? Because they're chasing. Any church that's sitting out there want to look better than the other church was, so his pastor them got this and that and getting bigger. Nah, I ain't talking about, reconstructing and, our church has been about 30 years and it deserves this and that. Like the president, we getting silly. It's so silly of a talk to the damn White House been standing how long? Ask yourself that. Longer than some of y'all grandparents' houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it need reconstruction. It's falling down. Or move the damn thing. But they get mad at the man because he like, yeah, I want to preserve, one of the oldest. They're spending money on it. Shut your crazy ass. But we understand a dead wood, dead, talking about dead stuff. I'm trying to tell you something. Won't give money to preserve this, but give money across that water for other people and other fights and wars and stuff like that. But then when somebody else go to war, it's a problem. But it wasn't no problem with Ukraine and Russia. See what I'm getting at? Y'all got out. I know we talking to the most intelligent human beings that they ever. And that ain't no blowing up nobody. You see what I'm talking about? The average person today, right now to sit today, over the past, I'm going to say 5 years, shoot. We own it. Own it. Folks on the street, living on the street, learned up. Looking at YouTube stuff and looking at everything. Think about that. We might be strung out and there, but boy, talking what Carl was talking about, young folks even, they vote that HR, that PIP, that prop, whoa. I'm lying. Attentiveness. And this worries people. You gotta think about that. Do we really want intelligent people on there? How many percentage do we want intelligent? We know we got AI coming in. We want 50-50 AI and 50 human. 50 AI and 50 human. So what that means is you only want the human to be 50% intelligent to depend on AI. I hope somebody listening. Oh, pretty dog. I don't need the human over 50% intelligent, percent-wise. Nope. That's why we got shooting in your schools. Scare them. Scare the teachers. You thinking to scare the kids. Them kids don't get that. We're going to school. And scaring the teachers. Scare the teachers. Traumatize the teachers. They the one that had heart attacks. Saying something. They the ones that ain't gonna be able to run good from them bullets. They the ones we trying to put guns in them to protect again. What you want to put again? So then you got more accidental and more drama in there. So a teacher can accidentally shoot a student. I thought he was gonna pull a gun out. I thought I heard that. See what I'm talking about? And we buy into it. Arm the teachers. Arm the teachers. Shit, next thing, arm the students. Everybody armed to fight who? To shoot at who? Oh, okay. Confusion. Instead of, we got to turn the damn schools into prison like looking that you coming in so big. The baby's school, hey, we know they ain't safe. Where your child at? At that prison school that I can't even get in. Steps to taken, but we don't do that. I understand not doing that because then you gonna make the school look like prison. That's kind of introduction to prison, ain't it? Yeah, in some realities. Yeah. So I'm a vet. That's a haunting feeling. That's a haunting feeling. I'm a vet, and this society could care less about. And at one point in time, this society honored. And I ain't sitting up here like anybody should pat us vets on the back or give us that. No, no. We fought for it. We fought for it. We fought for anything we get in this country of ours. We fought for it. But I always, everything how I walk, I always, so when you become a leader in that, many know what I'm talking about. And you're a first sergeant, high level, captain, above, stuff like that. E7 too, because they ride out that long. If you're honest about it, your leadership, you like the perks, you like your time as a first sergeant. It's literally yours. Your sergeant major know you, your sergeant major was you. You know you're gonna steal time here and or use your time in other ways to benefit what you are. So, at times you go down to the cleaners and you might stay an hour because you talking, in the cleaners and da-da-da. Because you know that soldiers gonna come in there and civilians gonna come in there and they'll give you an opportunity to recruit. And, you got first sergeant rank on, you know what I'm saying? So your influence go a long way. Or you might have a long lunch or things like that, you know what I'm saying? You equipped. Nice car. It's inherent. Most of us should always have a nice car. So that's a product of influence. So you allow, your chain of command allows you to, move around a little bit like that. So, because you're a walking advertisement. You know what I'm talking about? You're a first sergeant. Yeah. You'll talk about the beneficials of it, and all that. Yeah. So I say that in the sense of that's a power. I show you that addictiveness of it, because it can go further. You know what I'm saying? Running to women and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I say to so many that I identify with, when you get your power, your chains and your cars and all that stuff, the allure that brings and what you can do, your ability and stuff, for sure. And so it's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if it's feeding the desire. It's the same. It's just the amount and how you got and how shiny you are, right? But what I get to is, when you're doing the honest way, and it's not a power struggle, and you're not doing it for that purpose, though you benefit from it. Don't get nobody wrong. Your shoes, you can put yourself in so many shoes because you're using it for the healing, rehabilitation, second chance, all that. I was able to do that for so many. Yeah, you stepped on your Wang Wang, soldier. I stepped on my Wang Wang. And I'm Lieutenant Colonel from Mississippi, who many was considered Hammond, and I'll say his name, because he made general, and I worked up under him as a Lieutenant Colonel. And he was a Mississippi boy, and and at that time, many considered him as a redneck, and from that type, proud of the Confederate flag and stuff like that. But because I'm a sports enthusiast and I'm me, dude loved me, man. I said these type of folks love me, man, because they seen something else that other people didn't see. And I seen something in them that other people didn't see. Past what you have to play in so many words, that character. You know what I'm saying? And so when I had my one incident that set me down for a minute, and I just make my rank E5. I was fast tracking, so 2 years. Right when I got to Germany, so under 3, I got E5. So took it because domestic issue. Okay, cool. But the man told me, he said, Shelman, he read my record and stuff. Like, you fast tracking. Now I'm gonna set this latest for you. Watch this. I was fast tracking. I was 300 PT, knowledge up to par as an FDC guy, because Sergeant Francis, another redneck from that type of climate instilled in me. This is so important for today. I will not let you run around with what I know that you need to know, your capabilities, unintelligent about your job. He told me that. So in that, we learned, right? And taught me. I ain't gonna let you do it. And up to par. So I was more than a commodity. I was viable. My job, PT, the influence I could bring. You see what I'm talking about? And so when give me a minute.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Just came over here to check on you.
Yeah, I'm good. Appreciate I seen you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Just making
solitaires, all I do is big rocks. I came from Dilly Rock.
Just making some content, you know.
Yeah.
My usually nice spot, safe haven and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Because obviously this here is off the beaten path. So, like I said, and I wasn't sure if anybody was in it or not.
Right.
And I was just kind of waiting, because usually if there was anybody in it and they ain't have no business being
right,
they would have drove off and got out of here by now.
Yeah.
But either way, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't nobody.
No, I appreciate you, Mr. Johnson, seriously, because I live right across the street.
Okay.
And you know, I appreciate that. You just making sure everything's secure.
That's it.
I love you, bro.
All right, man. Love you as well. You take care.
You. Thank you.
All right.
They say you live and die by your decision. Well, I'ma push it to the limit, never mind the consequences in the future. I'ma help.
So taught me. Francis taught me. He's like, no, not gonna allow you to not gonna do it. And so learned up, right? Had my little incident, and no doubt Hammond was watching me from afar, because it's not like I get in trouble. No, you're a lieutenant colonel. I'm an E4, made E5. So, but I'm pretty sure he kept an eye on the fast tracking, because one of the things is that I realized quickly coming in that Army, you love sports and you get that intramural sports and stuff like that. And I was able to make post basketball and stuff like that in a short period of time, and I was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And so off of that, before my punishment, because my spouse at that time, she was basketball, and so she was on post, and it's like, why don't you play basketball? And we can go. And it happened. We could travel together and stuff like that. But when I had to see Hammond, he told me, he said, what they did, watch this. I was fast tracking, and folks in the unit, NCOs, didn't like it. And they didn't like it because how you fast tracking, you're a 13 Delta. And we got these gun bunnies. I'm trying to say something else here. Now, I didn't play them games, gun bunnies and all. I didn't get into that, all that stuff. But that's the animal and the beast. So I say gun bunnies because the 13 Bravos and infantry back then and all that stuff was like, you either you didn't score high on your ASVAB, which ain't true, because I had people that 13 Bravos that scored high on their ASVAB, and I was like, why you choose that job? That's what I want. My daddy was a 13 Bravo, artillery, so it's all kinds of reasons. But the animal in it, call it the tree of levels of why you in your MOS, because they played that game because you stupid, your ASVAB this, and my ASVAB was high, but I chose to be a damn 13 Delta. I could have been a tanker or oiler, trucker, or all kinds of stuff that kept me away from the combat and all that stuff, and come out here. But that was the beast. So, and I didn't treat them like that. I trained, I showed, I went out to reach a show. Y'all better start letting people call y'all stupid and dumb. Transferred over to 13 series, our series, but I trained over 5, 6 out MOSs without them changing OSs to my doing our job effectively. Bullock can tell you, Ruperto can tell you, Hermelio, Chandler. What was that Italian boy name? Coons him, no. They trained him up. Not Andrini, he was a 13. He'll know. That Italian know. He gave me the most trouble. But I loved him because, boy, I said, you train them and teach them and stuff, man, they'll do anything for their loyal because they like power. That's another thing. Giving information and power, empowering somebody that you mean something and stuff like that, man, and you part of the job. Every time we come in there, Chief, I'm on the charts. Yeah, you're on the chart, bro. I can't remember his name. From New York. And so, but let's get to this. So they took out, at that time, I had a smoke. He knew me. No, he knew. He knew everything more about it. Like, he would try to get me to come over his house. And I was like, nah, you wild. You freakish wild. And he was old school. Old school, but I loved him, man. And he covered me. And they took a while to bust me, or, for my thing to come around. And they was contemplating, that's right, because I was supposed to be put out. If you really look at it, I was supposed to be put out what I did in so many ways. Both of us, because we both crossed the line with each other. I got hit in the head with a plate and all this kind of stuff. So, I just didn't push she did this to me and anything. I'm the man, so I did what I did. She went to the one that's not my platoon sergeant. And that's the one, that side that didn't. I now look at it, it's crazy. That's the side that was side-eyeing me like they wanted me on their team, one. Because we're a strong FDC. And that's abnormal. PT, everything, just, right? And any gun line would want that in a gun, because your FDC made your chiefs great, whatever, da-da-da. It's competition type thing stuff. So, and then you ain't got too many blacks. You understand? There that go. You ain't got too many. And I was the only one. And among one, there was mulatto, Tucker. Imagine that. And so when it came down, they took all the ones that would vouch for me and know my job and everything, who I am. And they would sent them out to go somewhere. Augmentee, all this stuff. It was very unusual. So what I'm left with was a chief. They had no problems of speaking bad on me through this journey. They knew I was a threat, part of that circle. Knew a lot about me. We were roommates. Marshall. Yeah. But what's bad is, with this double-edged sword, because I had a lot of information. I knew a lot about this person. Bad, good, ugly, everything. Had to, and I didn't understand why at the time my soul was making me gather all this information. It was unusual for me, because the person played coy and sly and all this. And he came from another unit. We had lost our chief. What happened? When we deployed, we had lost our chief. So this person came over to be our chief, in which I was supposed to take the reins, right? Think about that. I was already PLDC, BNOC. No, I wasn't BNOC yet, but I was PLDC. And just based off PLDC and stuff and all that, I was way ahead of my time. So I could run the crew easily. Have Donald, all them, I could run it. But they gave it to him because experience. I didn't have experience. I was right at 3 years, you know what I'm saying? So that would have been abnormal too, abnormal. So, and what they liked, no, that's later, but so they let him come over and he would play coy with stuff because he knew stuff. He knew his chief. But he wasn't the empowering type, teach you, da-da-da-da-da, so that you can go to I was the type that I want to go to sleep. I'm not finna do this job because I had watched all of them, try to do the whole job. And that's not your, on the charts, this, that, the radio, da, 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 da. And that's because you didn't have confidence to teach the people around you in their position, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I watched all that. So they knew I'm an empowering person. They knew this, right? And so they put this person over me. And we didn't bump heads. We just, I match intelligence with intelligence. You know what I'm saying? How I go, strategic. So it's fitting that this person came later in life to see me doing these 2 videos and stuff. And then I see him, getting busted, drugs and all that stuff. Man, that's what it is. So I'm stuck with him in my phase of getting my punishment. And for some ungodly reason, this commander knew. I promise on everything I love. I promise on everything I love. This commander knew everything. Now, why I say that? Because all the chips were stacked against me. All of them. Didn't get to go on there on about 4 people higher, 7s, lieutenants, platoon leaders. Think about this. To say, yeah, he messed up. He messed up. Yeah, yes, sir. But this is one of the most outstanding soldiers. You know it because look at his record. E5 and 3 at his rank, at his MOS. Come on, sir. Then show him all the stuff and accolades and da-da. PT consistent, shoot that rifle expert, da-da. See what I'm talking about? None of that. None of that shit for me. Just my record sitting there in front of Hammond. But see, the crazy thing, Hammond was already tracking me. See what I'm talking about? I think about it, sports fanatic, right? Don't you track your sports fanatic? Don't you think the post-basketball coach was like, see what I'm talking about? How did I get there? How did I get on post-basketball? See what I'm talking about? I was a short guy. They had some extremely talented dudes. They had one dude I was like, dang, he's good. But no defense, no all about self. So I was, kill him. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. But and then it made sense because, watch this. I'm not tooting no horn or nothing, but my father in Big Spring, Rex, Texas, most people like this. Our father encouraged us at a young age, you're not gonna be intimidated by nothing. Watch this. At 14, 15, 16, we playing with Howard College people. Watch this. Larry Johnson just came on a video talking about his stuff. Where was Larry Johnson at? Midland College. Playing against who? Howard College, JUCO College, one of the best colleges in West Texas at our time. Go check that out. We in church, basketball, playing against these fools. 6'7", 6'8". That's reality. Ain't nothing to us. Hit the ball out the gun. My dad say shoot on you. Ooh. So, all right. So, none not being intimidated about all that stuff, showed a big factor with him and then being who you are. So when I went in there, exactly what he say. Sherman, I looked at your record. He had already had. What he gonna do? I loved it because he ain't take me all through this rigmarole or blah blah. He just straight. He knew the man knew who I was. He knew. Go on and get a slap in them. Get on his break because he gonna be all right. He gonna do exactly what he was destined to do in here. He knew. I don't know if his wife was. You see what I'm talking about? Because I see how this work now. Tutus are serious. He say, you can do 2 things. You can do like all the other knuckleheads. Cause we have healthy list of people getting in trouble doing some stupid stuff. And that was the most embarrassing part of me. It wasn't that I got in trouble. It's that the people I got it, when I got in trouble, the crowd you get in trouble with, you like, you deserve to get and you a knucklehead too. And you know what I'm saying? And then now you're a part of, you like, damn, that's the embarrassing part. Not that you get in trouble. Because you don't tell everybody, but everybody know. We was in Bomb on the Georgia, so everybody know. But it's like, it's just this thing that you in trouble with these group. Like, if I could get in trouble with anybody else and all that, you know what I'm saying? So he said, but you could do 2 things. You can act like these knuckleheads when I bust your rank. I'm gonna take your rank. and you're gonna be on I think 6 months, and you can crawl up on a rock, act like a fool, get all niggerish, and I'm just being honest with you. The man was real, and then I stick a fork in you more and kick you all the way to the ground where that when you get out there, it's gonna be hard. Or you can do exactly what I know you're gonna do, and get this rank back, work to get this rank back, and put this behind you. And years later, first sergeant, and carried that story with me to help influence other soldiers and lead by example that we mess up. We mess up. Something that domestically, I didn't go to jail. They just got my report, but because it's bomb holder, so that I went to my chain of command. But I guarantee if I was over here, I'd be sitting in jail over there, and then get out. And I think that's what, no, I didn't even say it, because it wasn't that egregious. Like you was gonna kill somebody, but you just ain't gonna let nobody put their hands on you and think, hey, that's cool. And we bound it. Purposeful. Now I say all that, I give all that because all in my life, and then at the same, I can give a double-edged sword that getting skull drugged down in West Texas by a coach. So double-edged sword. Have I seen racism getting put in a cop car because I'm not willing to pay $100 for going 88 in the 70 zone and calling it reckless driving, but we'll let it go if you give me $100. I ain't giving you a damn thing. Well, get your ass in this car. COVID. Ain't this illegal somewhere? Nah, that's you're in the parish. Deal with it. So you gauge it. I give this to my beloveds because, man, your skin folk ain't your kinfolk. That's the truth, right? Till they show you. So glad that Mr. Johnson rode up on me because we listening, everybody listening. And it's vital that we, like I say with our officers, we have been groomed, beloved. We've been groomed intentionally to believe that our officers are against us, that our officers are to protect and serve for the elite, to keep the elite, keep us away from the elite and the elite away from us, or whatever, They just work. And I'm here to say, I've crossed the line with so many of them, and they have shown me the passage. They have shown me the grace based off who I am, the energy that I bring. Being who I am, many of you see me like, shoot, you blend in with us. Dress like us, make us feel, some of us feel, you tote guns, and you be, nah. But even that persona and that energy would think to give the same that those who stop me and stuff like that, but they don't treat me like that because I act accordingly and not wanting or looking at them as that they're gonna be a threat right off the bat. No, that's a persona. It's the way you go about yourself. Now, if I had something to hide, that's what catches many of us, because we do got something to hide. I don't want you to find this gun or this bag or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we put ourselves in them precarious positions, but then we counterproduct ourselves to say, man, the police ain't shit and do that. Well, we make it that we cater to that. You see what I'm talking about? We cater to them being on alert. We cater to them wanting to put their hands on their guns when they come and approach us stuff. Mr. Johnson didn't feel like, even though he's seen something, out of ordinary, he didn't come walk up with his hand on his gun and da-da-da. He walked up in the investigative curiosity because I don't have nothing to hide, da-da-da. So I asked so many of us, one that was promoting that, I think it's Mr. Dow, Minister Dow, Gino, so many of them out there. This is the reasoning for, we look at our past and say, oh, they trying to make us act like simps. No, they know what you up against. They in there, you know what I'm saying? They the ones getting the 501Cs, and they know why in so many ways, or denying the 501Cs, or using the 501C for what it is, but giving you code on how we need to take care of ourselves out here. Because our kin folks ain't our skin folks just ain't our kin folk. Right? That ain't all of them. Now. Some of them bought into it. But at the same time, even though they bought into it, how I'm gonna make this church stand? I know it get contradictory. I know it could be, but got to make this church stand. God, be in accordance, abide by the rules in this way, but cover, anoint my folks that, hey, let's parallel with what we against. Because what's wrong with that? Keeps us alive. Right? Dies down the energy. We get in that point of subservience to saying, well, I'm oppressed. You are? You still? Yeah, I don't see. You still able to got cause and you still able to do this? Now we get down to the line. Now, the reason, purpose of all of this, because there's two sides of this. Understanding that there's a side of each of us, white, black, green, whoever in there, but each playing a side against you, but making a side think that it's you that's against you. See what I'm talking about? When in reality it's a backhand, an arm that's pushing a hand against you. So we have to be what I've learned. Okay, now we see that Verizon and ATT played in some of these people's for this people. If that's the case, allegedly, don't know. But Pfizer, courts, and all that stuff, that's what they say. That's what General Janace brings to the news and stuff like that. So then you know that there's a side that works with that group, and then there's a side that works with T-Mobile, or that it helps you, see what I'm talking about? Choose who you want to be up under and da-da-da, because who's your skin folk, who's your kinfolk, da-da-da, woo-woo. All this organization of that plays that part, see what I'm talking about? That's the whole point of red and blue and these, states and da-da-da. Who's doing good for you, righteous for you, but who's sitting up there making you think we for you? Yes. But then if I want to move around, move to another state, I'm taxed, I'm this, I'm equipped to stay, locked in somehow. See all this stuff? Legend, because this is around the propaganda machine and stuff like that. But when you look at the stuff that comes out that is in the courts, if this caucus signs this into permission, then the Snowden effect premise and all this stuff that we talked about, that's spying on people for what reason? Point activists, veterans, because them are the people that's going to stem the time that stand up and say, no. You don't get the right to treat me like, I'm a piece of meat around here and da-da-da, knowing I signed this contract for the freedom and things like that, that all these amendments and constitutions and everything, come on, we fought for that. How dare I think in my mind that I went out here and fought for to be treated like a robot or shit? Nah, come on now. See what I'm talking about? Now, I bring all that up because half your veterans are what? If we don't continue on being veterans and retired or going to entrepreneur, we're what? We become what? Your police officers. 60 to 70% I know is police officers, veterans. See what I'm talking about? So I'm not going to sit up here and say, even join in with the police officers are problem, da-da-da. Nah. They can be used as the problem. They can be buffered and, see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? And they have been. We got to own that. We got to own that. Because right now, why should it be hard for law enforcement to go after nastiness? And then, now you're seeing why these politicians and others don't want us to go after nastiness. Half of them nasty. You go after my nastiness that's under the rug of my nasty, soon you're going to have to get the rug. Who put the rug over the nasty? To hide the nasty. And now you're seeing. You know, who all up in these issues? Who all up having to drop out of these campaigns and all that? You see what I'm talking about? That's who was in charge of the nasty. Taking care of it, paying it. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? And can't look at his color. You got to look at his who've been beneficial all through the years, sitting in their seat, pearls, everything, acting like they arguing for you. They fighting for you. BLM, no, they set that up. Orchestrate all kinds of stuff. Because when you, BLM, who ran away with the money? Who got caught with the funds? Nobody should be running away with Black Lives Matter money, because the money should have went to Black Lives Matter people. Not Black Lives Matter, let's get some couple of folks rich. But you don't see that. Then include it with stuff that for their influence, what they want to push forward. Not heterosexual families having kids and and missing abortion and da-da-da and parenthood doing good. No. Augmentation of bodies. So a bunch of studs can run around. Lesbians, sex on sex. See what I'm talking about? I had to do this a little bit because I ain't got a lot of shiny stuff in my channel. You see it? Yeah. Yeah, I got some. Wish I had that one chain on. Yeah. There you go. Does that help? Yeah. Shiny stuff. I don't carry a lot of shiny stuff. Throw you off a little bit. But my shiny stuff ain't gonna throw you off. My tap dance and stuff, my song, if I put a song or rap out there, it ain't to throw you off. Desensitize you. Hypnotize you, bring you back into some state that other than reality. Like a fool. Like a Persian, light-skinned type. Feeling their hair. That's how them Persians came in and swamped on you. Overtook you. Grow that hair, make it look like yours, look at you. And a whole lot of other people wear some black clothes and stuff so I can imitate your black skin. And just showing reality. These type of people that push on it, because the caucus had to get the gifting, like the blood say. General Janice right. Who the caucus supporting back? Farrakhan could tell you. Go around there and get some of them Farrakhan speeches and stuff. Farrakhan the honorable one ain't been running around here spewing hate and fuming and trying to propagate and start drama. No. Just set the straight. And always when truth come to power and truth is showing the power, it's always going to be demonized. Oh, Farrakhan is against Zionists. Oh, now, yeah, I stand up for my beloved. All of them. Because he talked about it. Everything that I talk about that I know that was done to me, he didn't have to face. Every bit of. How you know? Khalid. Who they want to blame that on? Who they want to blame that on? X. Who they want to blame that on? And we did it. The ones that didn't want the truth. The ones that scared of the truth. It's a sad thing when your own truth scares you. Your own truth, beloved. I say this because I know I talk to people that know their truth. They know their history. Oh yeah, they know. They know it deep. They deny it. They run from it. They hate their truth, in which turns them to hate themselves. That's the only way you can look at somebody look just like you. Got the same power running through you, through them that you do. And because they have a different idealism, say way of life, or they don't want to buy in and they want to stick to the truth. But like we say, the truth hurts. The truth could set a lot of people free. Our truth is supposed to set a lot of people free. But if I've been living amongst you, you're 56. For 56 years, I've been forcing non-truth among you. Knowing the truth, but accepting hiding the truth from you. Accepting blurring the lines of truth. Accepting that I know the truth, and I know that truth is power, information is power. I'm sitting in power. The truth got me sitting in power. But if I give you the truth in masses, a lot of truth, do I still get to sit in power? Because I know the truth and I'm sitting in power. The truth empowered me to sit in power. I hope you're paying attention. I'll leave you with it. But if I give the masses the truth, will I still sit in power because of the truth? Shall set you free. If you free, knowing the truth that I know, that put me in power, will I stay in power? Will you let me stay in power? Because I didn't get here on truth. I know the truth. I don't tell you the truth because it's empowering to you. And if I empower you, then we all empowered. But I didn't get here on truth. I know the truth, though. Truth is, if I don't keep you down, keep the truth away from you, keep the truth in a circle, nice circle, nice circle, for a select few, I stay in power. You stay blind to the truth. Twinkle of y'all can get it. It don't hurt a twinkle of y'all. Why? The understood truth. Put anything in the book. Right, Mr. Farrakhan? Like they've been teaching us all this time. Put anything in the book. You can hide it all from the black man or black woman if you choose to. A double-edged sword too, though. You think Most High didn't know that? I live by a just God. I live by an amazing Most High. This is what made our ancestors that came before us. They walked in this. So strong, so blessed, so determined, so strong that it had nothing but to do but force itself through our DNA, because it couldn't go any other way, travel any other way to stay as strong. This is why you got your high blood pressure, my beloveds, among you, because the frustration, the energy they talk about in the post-traumatic stress, the little queen general. It ain't just slavery. It goes with you all through the time in your blood. Your blood enriches on purpose. It has to. Through such a people. It has to. Sparkles. Enriches with the hate, the anger, the trouble, the intelligence to survive, the savviness, the creativeness. You wonder why some of us come like this in such a natural way and be like, ooh, look what you got to go through. Look what your blood had to go through. I talk to others. They know that. But I can only identify clearly and heavily with self. Like suppose. Though I know I identify with a Japanese man, Chinese man, Jamaican, and I can clearly identify with self. We're on the same tree. But self as I lived, you see what I'm saying? Know how to live. As a black man. Or whatever you want to call yourself in that color scheme, theme. That blood keep getting rich and rich and rich over time. So it permits to me and understands to me that it's supposed to be such a healing blood. Come from royalty blood. That's what the Beloga one say. That's what he's telling you. Your DNA is royal. What I was alluding to the Lord of the Rings is, whether it be a book or the example that one gives, or whatever you find off Google, so many are researching. We got beyond warlock and wizard because it's deeper than that. That's just a layer of a yin and yang side. That's a side. You can be a white worker. You can be you can be a white witch, white warlock. Darker. It's two sides. Darker or light. That's it. That's it. Now you understand why we go into the Jesus mode. Because these were sorcerers. These were people of majesty, right, above what they were around. So when Jesus came, and the reason why Jesus come in the white form, in the vanilla form, is because the dark side of Esau or Yahweh, we see now, the disturbance. Those that were against God, same way, minimized our own in our scheme and drifted away. Who brought it back? I love us. Say that. I love us. Watch this. I love us. Jeez, yes, us. I love us. Jeez, yes, us. So we demonized because Isa, the clan, brought it back in the white form, pure form. Yin, yang. Where did it allow itself to go before bringing it back to white form, Jesus? Where did it allow itself to go? As is above, so below. In them deaths in that time, where did it allow itself to go? Dark. Now, those of us that know energy, we don't assimilate too much because you know energy. And you know how to manipulate it. And dark energy is, you can manipulate, whatever, just as much as white. But that's because there's some of us that can simulate energy as being energy. What do I mean? People can throw energy at me and spells and stuff. They know what I'll do with it. I'll hack them out. I'll go in that studio. I'll work out. I'll use it to my benefit. But that's because I know so many of y'all do. But I know the difference. But to the average who don't understand the difference before that, then you have to assimilate to dark energy because you don't know if it hits you, it's dark and it makes you unbalanced. It's to make you unbalanced, make you do something stupid or whatever. And somebody's actually taking your energy and putting you in dark. You know what I'm saying? Because they're using your energy. That's why it's dark. Using it against you or using it to manipulate you. See what I'm talking about? Dark. Now, there's those who have white energy that use to help lift you, heal you, shoot at you to get you through things. I know this because I got angels and everything around me to do that. They know how I know how to use that. See what I'm talking about? So but then the ones who simulate energy that know better, they'll still demonstrate because you don't know better and say, oh, there's no such thing as positive, negative, like across that street, Quan. So I'm just going to be real. Oh, there's not, because she knows, right? But to you that don't know, it is a hell in it because you're in the auspice of there, you don't know what dark, how to transfer it in. But that's why we're here, so that you know, stay in the middle, and it's energy. Work in the middle, it's energy. Dark, bad. Because if it's dark, you'll still know how to battle it. You know what I'm talking about? What's the purpose? Jedi, right? You're going to be resistance against something at one point in time. In the future, big time. And so you got to be able to, it's just like a cop. What do the detective must know? This is beautiful. Thank you, Mosai. What they got to know? And where can they get caught? Knowing. Watch this. Miami Vice. Why are you watching a lot of that? I got to know this. I got to what? To bring this. What? To be a good cop, to get the perk, what do you got to do? Blend in. Look like them. You're still a cop. Sometimes they forget, don't they? Undercover. Deep undercover. Come on now. Tell me I ain't with you. Tell me I ain't got you looking clearly. And at times, knowing they're a good cop can be in too deep. I gotta get this damn big time drug dealer. But if you don't do no snow in front of you, he gonna thank you. You don't kill somebody in front of him, he gonna thank you. How deep you gonna get? Same with our police officers. They gotta know these streets. Gotta roll bubbles on the woo-woo. Gotta keep it informed one of them, da-da-da. Human resource, the best in the COA, common operating environment. Human. Not a wiretap, not a, that's catchatory. But a human resource, I could pat around there and live everything. Hear everything, come get the feet. You know what I'm talking about? Get caught up sometimes though. Now I'm all too deep with my informant. Should I be that? You see what I'm talking about? So it's a very slippery game. You put yourself in them folks' shoes. But what all I'm trying to say is too though, is that put the thinking cap on. You know what I'm saying? I leave with this. Get off the craving of we have to. What's gonna help us? What solutions? We'll know when we turn the tide. Yeah, we gotta feed our families. And we're in some dire times right now. And we're willing to do some crazy stuff. But this is where we come creative with each other. These are times. Not everybody's gonna make it. People gonna slip through the hole. It's gonna happen. It's just who we are. It's just so many. But getting so many that unhealthy thinking, love when a young man is making fuel and all that stuff. That means he's over there making fuel, He ain't being a disturbance. He ain't carrying no guns to make no fuel. See what I'm talking about? The creative energy that's needed for so many of them. They need to start building, being constructive, being inventive. You got to tell the whole goddamn, like this, some of us got Lord, come on. Some of us got a household full of just junk and stuff in the garage. We the hoarders. You wonder why you the hoarders? Because your kid's supposed to be in there. I can use this. Luke! Get that robot right there. That one. This one, Daddy. Some will catch that. Luke, you going? Luke, I need you to go get them droids and da-da-da and put this da-da-da. Oh, Dad, I was finna go to the stars with the boys and da-da-da, da-da. Even Luke in Skywalker and Star Wars still wanted to be a teen and stuff. And his people was telling him, you need to go and get over here and get on the fix on this stuff. And da-da-da. I don't give about stuff about your friends. Your friends ain't gonna take pollution out the air. Your friends ain't gonna get that hovercraft and da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? Same traits. Same thing. So right now, a lot of these young folks will be in your garage and all that stuff, trying to put this thing, jetpacks. Who you think, bro? Mandalorian, all them. I was looking at them. Why you looking? Oh, that's right. He did chase a boy down with that jetpack. That did make a jetpack. Some of them have these jetpacks on their back, flying around, their stability, liberty. So you wondering why you getting all in shape and stuff like that, how your body. You're fat boy. Fat girl. The jetpack can only carry about 180, so, get left behind if you want to. You ain't gonna be mad. I'm finna go lose weight. Hey, yeah, okay. I was trying to tell you, then people don't die because they want a jetpack on there, they want to move around like everybody else. I'm trying to tell somebody, you can't, wait. Think about this. Don't it make sense? Let's go like this. Yeah. Your individual ship and that can carry you around and state to state, so that you can't be overweight in them things. I'm just being real. Think about something. So, cause a lot of y'all taking it personal now. Looking, he done, yeah. We ain't supposed to be that way. Hey, beat me up, Scotty. Can he hear me? Scotty. Choo. Let me think that name right. Remember that phone? You think you just talking to that? No, somebody up somewhere was listening to. Put them antennas on them phones and stuff so we can hear what they talking about. I'm saying something, because now you don't need no antenna on no phone to talk to them. But we was out here. If you don't stop talking to them aliens while you talking to other aliens on land. Scotty, beat me up. Captain, it ain't working. We done been down here 6 months, Shell. What? And I ain't want to tell you. Tell me what? You the captain? Well, shit, I'm in the same place as you. You know, we've been over at Golden Corral, put it on 50, 60 pounds. You know, it's a weight limit on that thing. Beam me up thing. Huh? In the show, I seen fat things and stuff like that coming through. That's the show and movie. Density. You really think they can beam your 300-pound butt up there now? The technology ain't got that good yet. Makes sense to me. Just makes a lot of sense to me. That's all right, Scotty. We'll take the other 6 months and get back down to 60 pounds. Fasting and stuff like that so we can move around better. Don't it even make sense, though? So we can move around better. The bigger you are and stuff, you slow down, can't move around, And you think you're going to float somewhere in some assisted machine? That just don't add up. That's why I'm here. All right? And so many others. David, Ike, you out there? Anybody else? Hey, look here. We got to go. Yeah, it's 2:20. Not because we got to go, but my stomach say, well, if you don't want to pass out, find these dizziness and have these orbs and stuff trying to pick you up. And you know how you feel about hospitals. Even though they try to dig you up towards there, skate you out towards there, got to the hospital for what? We know how we heal ourselves inside. Continue to understand Dr. Sebi, get the book and stuff like that. For many of y'all, you don't see a lot of us doing it because we read the book and do the book and we operate in it. And then the only thing we fight against is our flesh. My flesh! What your flesh like? Man, I swear. I'm labels high. Whoa. Some of the desires I wish I could just. No, I don't like candy bars. No, I don't like candy. Cakes and cookies and cream pies. No, it just ain't happening, bro. Just ain't gonna happen. But what you can do, because you like being light, this is a little bit mode of therapy right here. You like being light. You enjoy the structure and sculpture of getting back to your God-given body. That God, you like that. So that should excite you. For those who be telling you, don't worry about it. It's important that you value looking at your outer layer, because that purpose of that too helps you with your dietitian in so many ways, because you value being dense and a little bit smaller and can fit in some prettier clothes. You know how the clothes look even better? Them Nephilims know what I'm talking about. They be mad at you. Don't let them. That's why they go hard with their dressing and try to do what they do in so many ways. Cause they hate you little folks that clothes look good on you and them shoes don't look like Bobos and da. They do. Clothes look good. When you smaller, clothes look good. You feel better. You win it. I was doing my little thing last night and I could swear up and down. Y'all smell that? What the? Something burning? Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Alright. Cause last night you couldn't tell me nothing. Not one thing. Not after I accomplished my little mission and task. I was all up under here. Like I'm here, but I was all up under here. Purposeful. Y'all do that for yourself. That's real talk. Funny as that look and sound, that's real talk with me. If you ain't gonna love yourself and show yourself that and be there for yourself, you'll pack on back. Which was so appreciative to the Papa Cafe out there that appreciated. Some folks appreciated the value, not what I did, and because it wasn't all that. No, it wasn't. But the fact of being on the journey and seeing me go accomplish my dream, what I want to do, no matter the scale or whatever. Success is what you value success to be, and what I value success to be is accomplishing your own individual goal, on your own reconnaissance, on your own making it yours. Never want nobody to give me nothing but an opportunity. That's it. You give me an opportunity, shit. Watch these. See what I'm talking about? And so that restaurant, them beloved people, godly people, that DJ, them waitresses, laughing with me during the joking with me during when I went there and ate, made me feel homely and made me feel somewhere that, hey, this is a good place, man. We good people. And the waitress catering to me and making me feel good, like home good cooking, cooking a good liver. Shit, you best believe I'm coming back here. Yeah, for sure. This way, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then knowing that, watch this, something planted because I went to church with it, and I understand the folks at that church and what they did and all that stuff, and being able, you see what, I seen it, I felt everything, but that's purposeful. Folks that once looked at me one way, never lived with me, but knew somebody who lived with me, who spread all my business, right? Cool, got it. Pillow talk, cool. And so folks got the taste and the devil and this, that, and that. And though they didn't allow themselves, right, to elevate above what was talking to them, knowing that, wait a minute, this man took on your kids. This man is taking his retirement, time, money, energy, cater to your kids, 100%. And it's not just basic, like, since you get with him, and it's slow. Shit, it's 8 of us. But the slow don't mean it's not meeting the needs. Kids got clothes. I'm talking about all 4 daddies. And yes, I'm finna pump myself up. Yes. I'm talking about all 4 daddies. Ain't doing nothing to your level. All 4 daddies put together ain't doing nothing to your level. And they 2.5, 3 hours away. You in the house. You allow her to spit the venom. You know your daddy. You protecting. And they calling B's and D's because they know they've been with them. But I'm on it. I know you got history with the person. I know the history ain't savory. But hey, bro, take in consideration, different person, trajectory showing you. Ain't out here being used by you, selling drugs, having all babies and all that. Stable. So no, you don't get the opportunity around me. She with me now. Not B. Hope. We're not gonna do that. And it ain't just about her. I gotta show you that. You gonna do that in front of your kids? You calling the kids of your mother this, and your kids in knowledgeable, understanding position. And you got me buying in because I work for the kid, not you, nigga. The kid's happiness, the child's happiness, to get him down to you, who you don't deserve to see anyway. But we driving to you to go. And I let you know to your face. Nephilim. Anything over 6. That ain't no B. That ain't no nothing. And if you think otherwise, let's go. See, she won't tell you this. They won't tell you this. In front of the kids, her, and everybody. Store manager who want to call the cops because he know he tote guns and do all his little woo-woo gangster. But I'm looking right there like, fool, you don't know me. What I got to be worried about my gangs and stuff? I was born in that stuff. I just ain't. But don't get it twisted. Did I look it in the eye? Guns in my head? Shooting at my legs? Yeah. But it ain't no different than any other uncrazed nigga that ain't part of the gang that I deal with. You see what I'm talking about? So this ain't. Think you got the hint? Didn't hear no bees no more on no phone. You didn't say nothing. Because I'm the one. Right up on his chin like this. Ready for it. Something to fight for. Not you, huh? Them kids. Now you ain't gonna do that to them. Not on my watch. Oh, you with me? That's what it's. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you the one that couldn't even care less. Older, cool. Yeah, I know you in your way. That ain't the point. I got your brothers in them taking care of them, man. You come in here, your daddy fell down there, the whole family fell down there, drugs. You know how the drug game is. When that fall, everything fall. I got your school clothes, though. Even though you're a Jordan taste, everything got to be high quality with you. Y'all can't get that right now. But I'll sacrifice my hard money, my hard-earned money. I'm already taking care of your brother all day. We get your school clothes, because it ain't my style. I don't want this woman to look bad. I want everything to stand for her. And I know if I don't do this with you, you get ammunition to roll back to your daddy and all that down there and permeate all that bull. Oh, he ain't that, and da-da-da, and that. No, I put my best foot forward like we do in that military and like we do everything else in the discipline mode. As an example. This a real man right here, bro. This a real man right here. That one that I understand you up under my tutelage, I accept it. I can't let you fail. And if I let you fail, I fail. And one thing Sean learned a long time ago, there's things I ain't willing to fail in, yo. I'm cool with failing and not making it rich. Cool. Then what's that to be? You make it rich. You don't make it rich this lifetime. Like I'm different from other brothers because I'm looking up at rich. Let's look at it. What is it so goddamn fucking to be rich? I'm so big about that. Because a motherfucker ain't rich. No, you ain't. Shut the fuck up. Real talk. No, you ain't. I know what rich is, motherfucker. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Because you don't know, once upon a time, rich was a living, man. A way of life. You ain't need no money in no pocket. You ain't have no bank. We put each other on power structure based off our merit and understanding. You the one up there right now, king, pharaoh, whatever, because you the one that'll take care of everybody. It took you away from yourself. And there was still levels to it. You had to work for it, levels to it. But you ain't have no bank. You weren't trying to fill up no bank. That's why they loved you over there in Egypt. You ain't play that game with each other. You don't even see that game when you watch Wakanda. That's why you like watching Wakanda and them powerful niggas. You ain't see nobody talking about when they're around that council and shit, I got $1 million over their head, talking about how much they worth and all that stuff, and that's why they part of the council and shit. Get your ignorant ass out of this. Y'all let these people play with our heads about this fucking money shit. When it's supposed to be enough to go around. Not no socialism shit. Them same raggedy ass motherfuckers that talk about this social ain't gonna work, got money, millions and millions of dollars in their fucking bank. They ain't gotta play socialism. In some places, the socialism where it's needed is in the in the lower level, until you make it out of that you don't need the assistance of that. You see what I'm talking about? Based off your entrepreneurial and savvy mind to be come up so that you can help with the socialism that folks needed down here. We got folks in the streets and all that stuff. Our socialism level should be able to take care of that, a level. And then you do have a working level and a working level of higher level of entrepreneurship that's rich and all that stuff, but they're not out of touch with reality, knowing that they got to fuse down and help the socialism, the middle. That's how it works. Just as well as the socialism's going to feed up of the prosperity, their little bit, right? Working for you, employing you. Really, that shit out there, because they're the ones you go sit down at the restaurants for. You want a clean restaurant. They're the ones you want to clean subway. You see what I'm talking about? Police station, da-da-da. There's the socialism structure. It should be fed by top, middle, and then also, and it should all circulate. But people are holding on. Money, ideas, structures, da-da. You know I'm telling the truth. Why? It's the capitalism. Your oligarchs. Bernie had it right. But they part of it. See what I'm talking about? That's what they won't tell you. Bernie won't tell you, I make a lot of money off, da-da-da. See? But he won't permeate that bull like it's other oligarchs and other. No, it's all of them, motherfuckers. It's all of them. And the game's done, like the beloved said. The structure's dying. It's collapsing. Right? The structure that I just talked about is going to go. Right? It's going to work. You got millionaires, billionaires that's going to come in and make it, that has that mindset, that ain't got no qualms with it, understand the circulation. You got billionaires, millionaires now trying to buy into that and do that. We applaud you for that, because you see that for that work. People like Elon, I believe that. People like Bezos. This is the only people I can speak of that I see, and I see some things. I believe that, all right? That Amazon is so good, but it just got to work a little bit more, because it's not a speed of production and all that stuff. Know that the problem is more people going to gravitate to Amazon and work for Amazon stuff, so that it can slow down a little bit on its energy. You know what I'm saying? Because all Amazon want to do is make sure that people get their stuff timely and da-da-da. But we got to feed in and help Bezos, leaders like that, all right? We got to help them with that. We cool. Don't kill our workers. Don't kill the energy from being productive with you for working them tirelessly and stuff like that. But the workers, we got to be willing to get in there and work. All right? What does that mean? Young folks, come on now. Got to get off your ass. That's just the reality. We all got to buy into the system of working for us, okay? We tell you this because that's what we did. We put in the tireless work. I sit here and be able to do this at a high volume because I ain't got to stress about work. Uncle Sam, make sure you sign that contract. You worked your years. Boom, you put it in a career. You did, many of us. So that's why, we able to do what we got to do, all right? Some of us carry it on and go even further. I applaud them folks. I'm sorry I'm not one of them. I'm one that I understand with working for somebody. Now I want to work for myself, and I know I can do that. And I do that, right? Might not be the way other people want. Might not be ching-ching, because ching-ching right now ching-ching ain't going to do good for me. Why? More money, probably. Like I said, more money, and I have to get through this a little bit, because I don't want to be a revengeful motherfucker and all that stuff. I want to work with the white side. I want to be able to create jobs. I can create jobs for folks. We got a mental health crisis. We got a counseling life close crisis. And I'm somebody, I can gather a whole bunch of folks, and we get on the same page. And I have the same idea, because the way we go about it is in different, so many ways. I got so many people out here that can rise success off their journey. They still here, living, going through the struggle, but they elevating, da-da-da. That's the helpful hand that tells everybody else. Because there's some people that just can't get up. They need that help. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing of the 144. The 144 ain't about, we all God's gifted. We all God's children and everything. But there's 144 guaranteed minimum on this earth that's going to possess the energy of all those prophets that came before that we know. Because you thinking it's one and they was by themselves. Nope. nope, nope, nope. They were just identified. They the ones to be the cover. They the ones to get the success story. I don't know if Jesus would look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I died for, he don't, but this right here, hey, shows his reasoning. You see what I'm talking about? All right? So the 144 is the ones that we're not willing to let anything slip no more. We're not willing to turn about and bystander. We're not willing to come to this camera and not speak our piece, be ourselves. We're not willing to, give you the meat, potatoes, and that, but also have resolution and solutions in there. Everything, everybody around me, you see that, you'll see. They're not just, ooh, you will get cut and you gonna get cut from here to now on how I go about. If all you doing is talking about, this why they went over there and this why she chose and that, I could give one F of a who. That don't matter to me no more. All I worry about, but I understand that's propaganda, and I'll keep preaching that to so many because if you stay in your feelings about who you with, who you want to be with, and that, I'm too old. And see, they don't understand I didn't pass that. If I worry about somebody or that's because I ain't seen them and their welfare. Ain't it natural to worry about their welfare, whether if somebody even moved on or went on, the welfare of the person? Ain't that a natural trait? Because if you didn't, then that means you cold-hearted. You see what I'm talking about? So because I haven't seen this person or that person, and if I go look and say, I ain't seen them post, then the welfare of the person, not who they with, I could give if they with somebody, woo-hoo. You see what I'm talking about? I'm not in that game for that. People, we grow on each other, beloved. I'm trying to teach people. We grow on each other. So don't allow yourself simpleness to minimize us. Yeah, Sean, I want love, but with the right person. And I'll wait for that. I remember bro say, hey, be alone, bro. For now, be alone. And I accept all that. Because we're in a total recall type design where that, you got many angles, many want to touch you, and some for the right reason, and some for the very wrong reason to draw you in, put you to sleep, and then after a while knock you over your head, or not knock you over your head, but weaken you. So then when it comes time, make sure they put over life insurance over you. So then when it comes time, shoot, we're going to benefit. So I'll tolerate you for 2 or 3 years. 2, hopefully. We didn't put enough quality of cancer in you and all that. See how this goes? Dick Gregory trained us so very well. So very well on the ass end of this. So Dick, Bob, all them trained us so very well. So we see that. But now the sin, understand, that's the whole thing of the skinny, why we got to get rid of him. Because why? Because he know the secret sauce. He know the secret sauce of himself. He know how much over there in them chambers and Mummifying and Scorpion King, these movies and all that, he got the code. He understand Mel Gibson and the 12 Monkeys. All right. Everything I give you, you'll see this. It's needed in your life in some way or form. You'll see that. And then seeing that, you'll know who you are. If you register it, you're the next Jedi, or you're the next destroyer to learn how to destroy shit. You choose. Willpower. There we go. So bringing attention and vetting each other in so many ways. Who's who, players. That's why the exposure, so folks will know what side to channel themselves on. And then continuing to have the respect. You'll know those who have the respect for Most High, respect for their own Most High. So the biggest caveat to this I've seen Most High is Jesus, because we always, it's the fight. That's not Jesus, that's the devil. That's not, no. They don't serve the same God. Yeah, they do. Right? Jesus' prescription came because of the darkness that we allow Yahweh and every other that we prescribe to go in. That's it. Does it mean not a God, not power? No, it is. But the pureness bringing back through the Vanilla Clan, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Because I always was like this, God, Most High ain't pure and all just pure. The biggest element of Most High, because the purity, watch this, that's the Jesus Jesus is the one. Damn, bro. Oh! Yin yang. Gotta stay here. Thank you, Lord. Yin, white. Right? Yang, black, blue, whatever. But it's a color difference, right? Most High is both, right or wrong, right? Circumference all of it, right? Right. To create your dominion, what did Most High use? Had to use more purity. Sky, blue, purpose, produce, cover. Trees, protect, serve. Take out energy that doesn't serve us. Water, necessity. We 75%. Earth. We correlate how much percent we go back in the dust, right? When we bury ourselves. So our whole body dissolves into the earth, it's with the exception of our bones. So our skeletor, all that function, so we're 60%. See what I'm getting at? Created yin and yang, all that, exceptions of grass, earth, land. But I'll leave out fire, lava, what's inside you. You die, you get killed, cop come, they won't know this, that. Blue light over that, what that look like? Plasma. Plasma look like what? Learning, lava. So the theory of Terminator coming out, shed his body when he came out that lava. Okay, got it. So all that positive of a human to be made. For me, none of that positive. Watch this. Dinosaurs, monsters, dragons. More darkness than positive. There's positive, but more darkness in making. Nephilims, orgs. With me? With me? Need a negative tone to it. Because the monster coming, the monster ain't coming. I'm the monster. That's too pure. Got it? Equate. Will Smith. First Independence. Training. They go in there to train. We'll go in there with all them army people and all that stuff. Simulator. Everything comes out. Woo, 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 woo. All the army doing shoot. Wow, wow, wow. What they shooting? The bad stuff. Wow, 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 wow. We'll say. He say, wait. Hold on, cat. Why you choose to shoot the little girl? Walk with me. I seen all these darkness and Google and stuff in the street. That's normal. All that stuff in the street. This little girl walking with these books in there and she making it through and they ain't messing with her. That ain't normal. Wolves in sheep clothing. Anybody. I didn't understand. I know we do. Yin yang. Jesus had to come and came in that color and came in that prominence because those dark folks who's supposed to know Jesus is know better and be able to separate yin and yang and understand the purity and what it takes to go forward. Humanity being in a cusp was entwined, mixture, and combination of all, but still being able to get through. Jesus. Because the dark side of what we was doing, now you understand, got too deep. We them people. Disturbing, ain't it? Sit up there and think so highly of yourself. Yeah, we should, because we are, but we don't operate in the highness of ourselves. Because many of y'all couldn't teach that if you wanted to. but you're supposed to be able to. And so now you see the frustration of so many that look outside, look at you and know what you're supposed to be. And that's what it is, because we're drug dealers, we're insufficient people on earth that's taking up valuable space for others to be like this and do this kind of stuff. And then they know, because they'll protect us, because you jealous. I'm just being honest with you. They're going to protect what's necessary against what's not necessary. You think folks around here want a drug dealer over me? A nasty politician or anything else that only facilitates to a couple, but we sit here and we can facilitate to this world and connect with so many that we can heal ourselves. Me sitting here understanding why a lot of these doctors want me on their side and come at me and all, they have something to say, because they've been kicked to the curb knowing that they're ill-effective. Come from me. When the whole point was, we come, you're clinical, we're natural, we combine and mixture in so many ways. We learn from each other, because it's not that we don't know you. Yeah, we was clinical. How we know to be who we are at young ages and stuff like that. See what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. So with our experiences, we can walk and understand the clinical, and then, we awaken with the natural. Power back. Not to abuse. Not to come over. I know I don't make none of y'all belittle you or make you shrink. Because I tell you, just because I got the knowledge don't make me no better than you. Still got to go to that bathroom. Still got to tend to my tendencies, my desires, and all that stuff. See what I'm talking about? So there's no way I can. That's the equation of, being grounded. Now I could, right? Like all others, close off and da-da. No, they don't need to know that. They don't need to know how behind that, and then just placate on your knowledge and stuff like that, and let everybody know you see, can you dig it? And series and all that. No, shit. What they gonna do? You just helping create another fool like you come around that's gonna abuse it though. Not rush it like you, just gonna come and abuse it. That's all you create. So die it down, let it be like you. Let it look average, though you know you're not average. Let it be common, though no you're not common, you're not a regular degular. But come in that mode, because you didn't watch Nip, Pop, all of them that have it. Try to come in that route, Dr. York, Pratt, all of them, you know what I'm saying? Go as far as wearing feathers and hats and start demonstrating. That scared the shit out of folks. You didn't watch this. That scared the hell out of them. So you got to come this way to die it down in so much, because I don't want to do that. I want to get everybody. So you can go places, you can blend in with everybody. See how it go? Yeah, all right? So that's why I keep encouraging for our young folks. And, my age, if you're learning, even if you're older than me, I expect you to learn from me, because I learn from you. Learning ain't got no age on it, beloved. Always know that. Learning ain't got nothing to do with no age. Nothing. Many of y'all gonna see that because you're gonna learn from these babies. Probably. You're gonna start being more studious to your child, looking, watching. My baby gonna teach you. Why? Because that's where Most High gonna show up the most. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you something. Because we ain't been looking like that. You know what I'm saying? We been thinking it's a baby, and when the baby is sitting up there, the biggest message. The scrolls ain't dead. Artifacts ain't lost. They're in your child. Now you start treating your child better, knowing that your child is a message from Most High. And you continue with the child, boom, boom. Not the only message, but awareness that the more I cater and love on this child and take care of this child, I'm the caretaker. Nature. You wouldn't never believe how much I learned just being patient and sitting in nature. And I could do more of it, but truth be told, I just gotta be honest. The stuff that I understand the 22 so much and the position they in, that so powerful that some of them sit, and that's why they protect and do what they do and layer me, because I sit back and I it's scary. It is scary. Scary. That's why I stay in my emotions of how powerful. When you tell you don't know, it's scary. And because I know why I don't attend or I can't be a part of something, because on that construct where that people been powerful against people. Because if I'm like this and I ain't read, Google, nothing, I'm just going off my inner understanding and my Most High praying. That's it. I know how to go get a Warlock book, Witch book, all that stuff, spell, all that. I've heard the people going these, but I know if I do that, I tell myself all the time. Now I can be with a witch. I've been with them and handled it. It's not conducive for me because they turn on you, but understanding that, watching Conan the Barbarian when he went in there and he did it. So that I went through that process. The only process I haven't went through is the rehabilitated one that knows I'm powerful, but I don't do that no more because that's shit. And I'll be able to tell. Don't think you can sneak. I'll be able to tell. I know now. Or a white one, somebody that can activate like me. Which I have a tough job. I know that. I know that so wholeheartedly. Because based off of we have shrunk Most High. So just shrinking Most High is the understanding of why they have shrunk you. See how it goes? You and Most High play so right hand man. I'm trying to tell. I know this. Right hand. Others won't tell you. Maxwell know this. Those who are smart enough, they know this. Right hand man. Most High's right hand man. Who? 22. Most High's right hand man. First man, 22. The one who carries the womb. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. So you've been so minimized. And think about it. Watch this. That's what caused Most High to be so disturbance with us. So what do you think? Why you think the minimization on earth? Why so much disturbance on earth? Because you recognize your minimization. Your energy alone. You don't have to say it. Your energy alone, because the truth is being bred to you. And so many of y'all coming into the flourishing of the truth, and it's like, these man. You know what I'm talking about? Because I know things are going to change. We're good. We're on the side, man. So work towards not minimizing yourself. You don't have to be demonstrous towards all of us, right? The ones that's working their ways and trying their best to become a better why for you. That makes sense, right? A better why. Why we're here. Why we exist for you. We want to become better whys for you. And we should want that, man. Real men should want that. Right? No matter who you are, what you are, right? What your desire is, because even those that desire to be a woman, understood. I know why. Doesn't haunt me. Why? Why wouldn't you want to be part of Most High's right hand? Yeah. But we play and endure ourselves down here to games. You want to take their place, and no, you don't. You just want to feel what they feel. You like their power. You endure their power. You're supposed to. But a blurred line got crossed, food, this, that, making us want to be them and separate them. And there's no need for it. It's understood of so many of us trying to gravitate back to Most High, back to the womb, back to that inner feeling when you felt full. A man going over there is trying to feel full. When you take the sex out, take all that other stuff out, trying to feel full, because when we look at them, I see beauty, man. Lord, God, did you fill them up? They just don't know. That's all. Some, but they coming back. People like Vicky Dillard and Chief Jean, Janice. You can tell, man, how you gonna tell too? I promise all of you this is how you gonna tell. The most disturbing way you gonna tell. They strong as hell. And beautiful and fine, but strong. So strong it's like, I can't see myself being she's too strong-headed. But no stuff. Substance. See what I'm getting at? Not walking around like I got substance. No, you just full body and you ain't got nothing coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Sing good too, but and the song ain't what you singing about. You know what I'm saying? That ain't not that. It'll come good looking at you, remember I told you? Today, they coming like this, it look like that, but when they get to, and woo, like, listen to last night, General, telling it. Like, where you learn that? Yeah, woo. Now, why I say that? Because strength usually do this with strength. See what I'm talking about? First, before it understands. See what I'm talking about? Me and Vicky Dillard been on the same page, same thing there. But we like this because she like doing her way. I like doing it my way. Don't tell me out. You know what I'm saying? That? But strength gonna do. But like so many other ones, they got their brain on. See what I'm talking about? And then they find it just allures through. They ain't gotta wear no skimpy clothes and see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Y'all with me? All right. Trying to get us up on game. Then with the dudes, you'll know. They're not fighting against the women's choice and them being strong, and they're not trying to such a she and because they know it's their time. We should know it's their time to be this. They're the architects. See what I'm talking about? So you'll know by us men who uplift them, and then if there is one that says we just call it, we don't call them names. This you'll know the real one. We just such and such, she over here, about the, saying this, but not saying, yeah, you'll know. And then the women among them, same thing. It's good that the exposure of the fakeness get exposed. That's just what it is. Folks don't like it, call it gossip, and no, it's clean up our nature, clean up our animal. Because I don't like savage, the name. I don't like no child, young person running out, I'm savage, and this and that and that. That's influencing the wrong way for me. And he can come out and bark all he wants to all that because I'll shut that crap down. And all the rest of them. I don't like these fools running around here with women on dog chains and stuff like that, parading them around like that. Whether it's a video or whatever, that's not the influence for a young person to do. You see what I'm getting at? Now, all this stuff that they doing, we gotta call it. And then I don't have no problem to run around showing an example at 56 on, you can still do it like this, because all you fools still listen and look. They say, no, that ain't, but you still look at the videos, still listen to the music. So something's gathering you. See what I'm talking about? And what is it? Another creative a spark, I call it, the solar compared to the polar. The solar, that'll light you, keep you enlightened, you leave away lightened, and compared to the polar, that it's cold, snakish, and everything else, and only ones that really identify and rock to it, you got to be drunk, high, up on it, spaced up, don't give a damn, cold. I'll stomp on my, you see what I'm talking about? Difference. That's what I bring. So let me get off here, man, because we didn't do this. But fitting, thank you so much. I can vent to this thing, get it off my chest, and not be in my closet worrying about harming myself, right? Worrying about harming nobody else. This is the whole thing. And then walk an example, and knowing that I live my life in belief. I live my life in my most high, my purpose. And you can guarantee I'll let you know when it's got outside my purpose or outside of control of that. I'll let it be known. It'll be shown through my actions. Everything else, I'll stop doing this. I'll stop caring. When I stop caring, that's when everybody need to be worried. When I stop giving a damn about making videos, and that's when a lot of people need to work. Because if I shut down, that means Most High shut down. All praise to the Most High. And I'll never shut down on Most High. Love.